It's nice to meet you. What does that mean? Tea partier?
It means I believe in freedom. Did you know our freedoms as Americans are under attack?
No, I had no idea. I wake up every day and don't feel my basic freedoms are threatened. But what you are saying is troubling. Please tell me more.
Well, it's the Democrats, mostly. They are attacking our freedoms.
Wow, that sounds like a very serious situation that I was not aware of. What are they doing to attack our freedoms?
They want to make our healthcare socialistic.
I thought they had actually passed a compromise bill that was largely based on ideas agreed on by Republicans just a few years earlier.
No, they are socialists.
What have they done that makes you say they are socialists?
They are making our healthcare socialistic.
I still don't understand. What about the health care bill is like socialism?
They want to force you to have health care. And that is unconstitutional. And makes us all into slaves.
I thought the reason they put in that provision was to also allow them to prevent health insurance companies from refusing coverage for people with pre-existing conditions, or from dropping patients after they got sick. By requiring everyone to have coverage, they were actually protecting the health insurance industry by making sure people are paying while they are well rather than waiting until they get sick.
No, they are fascists.
Wait, I thought you said they are socialists?
They are both. I mean, those are the same basic thing, as everyone knows.
Sorry, but that's simply not true. Words have actual meanings. I'm now starting to wonder if you know what you are talking about. But I would still very much like to understand what Democrats are doing to destroy our freedoms.
They hate small business. They want to tax and spend.
Wait. The terms tax and spend refer to what all governments, no matter how conservative or liberal, do. It has no substantive meaning.
The freedom-hating Democrats gave billions in bailout funds to the banks.
You do realize it was George W. Bush's administration that initiated those programs, right? Are you saying he hated your freedoms too?
George Bush was not a Tea Partier. Democrats want to stop all oil drilling, so they are responsible for the high price of gas. It is un-American to not let us drill oil.
Were you not paying attention when millions of gallons of oil spilled into the Gulf of Mexico? Are you seriously suggesting that large oil companies have the best interests of most Americans in mind, and that regulating them or questioning their safety procedures after such a catastrophic disaster is literally unpatriotic?
Democrats want to make you drive a pussy electric car because they believe in a made-up thing they call global warming. But it snowed last winter, so global warming is clearly a lie.
You do realize that the term global warming refers to an average increase in global temperatures by only a few degrees, not the end of all cold days forever, right? And you do realize that we are already seeing melting ice caps, rising sea levels, and noticeable shifts in climate belts, right?
They want to take your money and give to lazy blacks and Mexicans. Did you know that Democrats give free cars to black people? I want my free car.
You are starting to lose me. I'm starting to suspect you are an ignorant buffoon who is parroting a set of talking points you know nothing about.
Oh, no. They have gotten to you with their so-called facts. Next you're going to tell me that Obama is not a Muslim, or that abortion should stay legal, or that gay dudes should be able to marry each other.
I'm sorry, I thought perhaps you were going to inform me of some serious threats to our liberties, but I see now you are a painfully ignorant, bigoted fucktard.
I am not a bigot. I just don't believe gay people should get married, or teach my children, or attend my church, or serve in the military, or have sex. But I am not a bigot. Gay people have a right to do whatever icky things they do, as long as I don't ever have to know about it, see it, or have my children aware of it.
Just saying you are not a bigot does not excuse you for your bigoted ideas.
Obama is worse than Hitler. Nancy Pelosi is a she-devil who hates America. If we don't vote the Democrats out of office, we will all be living as slaves to the evil liberal, elite intellectuals who hate us, and hate our freedoms.
I'm sorry you are so very out of touch with reality. It makes me very, very afraid that people like you will be choosing many, if not most of our new senators, representatives, and governors on November 2nd. I'm now going to go personally call everyone I know to make sure they do not let their mild disappointment with Obama keep them from voting next week, because if people like you come to power, I fear very much for the kind of country you want to have. One where air, water, and land are not protected from oil companies and the like. One where abortion is not legal anymore. One where gay people must live in fear and despair. One where all Muslims are made to feel like enemies of the state. One where big insurance companies have, somehow, become seen as the champions of personal liberty. One where we have a giant wall and thousands of armed guards at our border. One where being smart is actually viewed as a bad thing. One where what Rush Limbaugh or Glenn Beck tell you is more important than actual facts. One where reasonable disagreements over government policy become reason to say that someone is hateful, deranged, un-American, or all three. One where Osama bin Laden gets exactly what he wanted in the first place, convincing everyone we are in a holy war between Christians and Muslims. One where America becomes increasingly like a third world country as we put our collective heads in the sand, blame all our problems on dirty foreigners, and stop creating innovative technologies and industries because we are too busy whining about how some group other than ourselves is out to get us. Sorry, I must go now, so I can defeat people like you on election day. Vote on November 2nd.